Family, we are back. We gotta chop it up. A lot of people got it really misconstrued with this Pooh Shiesty Gucci Man situation. Nobody won. Well, if anybody won, Gucci won. Now, people are saying he's a snitch, he's this and that. We're gonna review and react to a few clips because I beg to differ. I really do. Because this is a thing. If you've had $1 million wedding ring taken and you plan on filing insurance claims on it, duh. But what a lot of people are really missing is the fact that Gucci traveled right. He had an off-duty officer or a retired officer, one of the other, but nevertheless, he had an officer with him. So come on, that dude has an oath to uphold, retired or active, period. Let's get to the content.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.
Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Let's get please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, live once I'm about to turn up. Take it fly, oh for sure it's about to go up. Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Let's get please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, live once I'm about to turn up. Take it fly, oh for sure it's about to go up. Roll my blunt and pass my lighter.
Now, I do want to start by saying this. This was one of the stupidest moves in hip-hop's history. You take your CEO, you force him under duress. I guess they stupid asses never heard of duress. Yes, that man could have signed and dated that contract, but under the conditions that he had straps in his face, everybody's captive, it wouldn't be legal, not whatsoever. This was one of the stupidest moves ever. Now, Gucci's cameraman, he had air tags and this stuff. Smart dude. I seen a lot of chicks going on vacation and they're braiding hair or air tags in their hair. Yeah, so that was a smart move on his behalf. But trying to get out this contract, the Vanilla Ice Suge Knight TLC route, it's not gonna work. I think homie thought he was TLC, where he can just go up in the offices with the strap and get out of this and that. No, it don't work like that. Do I consider Gucci a snitch? No, not whatsoever. Not at all. Not one bit. And the thing is, if it weren't on camera and he said this and said that, okay. But it's on camera. The man ain't got to say nothing at all. Let's get to these clips.
You see what I'm saying? Like when they got you in his debt, when you got a motherfucker standing on business on you, man, your ass going to jail unless you tell something. And your ass finna do. I'm talking about in the feds, the state, all that shit. I've been to the state, but it's not like the feds. In the state, you know what you're looking at. I'm looking at 8, I'm looking at 9, I'm looking at 15 years, at 30%, 20%, 50%. I'm gonna get out in 6, 7 years, whatever. And the feds know, bitch. If you're looking at 19, you're finna do 17. If you're looking at 38, you're finna do 37, 36 and a half. If you're looking at 43, you're finna do 41 and some change. You do. You do.
Now, who I think will tell something would be Pooh Shiesty's dad. That's really who I think. But as far as Big 30 and the rest of them, they're going down. This was one of the most stupid things you could have done. And what made it even worse was that these dudes hopped on social media and just wrapped up the case for the feds on themselves. Come on, man. Now they're going to be sitting in jail thinking about all the chicks, all the money, all the greenery, all of the everything that they're going to be missing out on over a contract. I think Rick Ross said it the best. That's when you negotiate. You negotiate and everybody can win. Because if you're under Gucci and you want to do some work with Gotti, you know WAP gonna want some money too. If Gotti got 10 for you, you can guarantee WAP's gonna want at least 4. So are you gonna miss out on that 6 over 4? Make it make sense. What these dudes did was missed out on everything. And I guarantee you the same wealth that family could have had throughout their lineage is gone that quick. We're gonna see houses leaving. We're gonna see a lot of people's lives changing over this one stupid decision.
Also, Pooh Shiesty is not out of his contract. You guys got to stop getting on this internet saying that he did a good job because now he's free from him. No, he's not. He actually might owe him more money. I'm not speaking towards this comment, by the way. If you guys paid attention in school, now that it's been proven that he was forced to sign that contract by Pooh Shiesty, it's voided and the agreement still stands. So now Pooh Shiesty basically got to sit in jail and still pay Gucci. Not only that, Gucci and his record label, which they already showing they about to do, can sue Pooh Shiesty and make it so he basically get more money off of bruh. He on the 360 deal, man. That an infinity deal now. Y'all keep talking about something he did great. No, he didn't. He back with boys. He gotta tickle boys and give all his money to Gucci now. Mind you, he could have easily finished his contract. Bro just had to give him 3 albums. It was over. He could have made throwaway songs. He could have put a little Uzi. But nope. We kidnapping people while we have ankle monitors on 4K camera, and now we got to be with boys again. Like, we gotta be real. Like, come on, guys. We gotta be real. We gotta start thinking with our brains.
Was that contract that bad? Was Gucci Mane wanting his jewelry back that bad? Now, that was really petty. It was really petty, but I don't see that situation warranting for this situation. Because I want to say this, and this is what everybody's really ignoring. Big Scar is whose cousin? Why in the hell should Gucci have to pay because this dude has a habit that he could not contain? Why should Gucci have to pay for the funeral, rather? I hope I didn't say wedding. But why would Gucci have to pay for a wedding when this dude did too much of whatever he did? Wanting to change back is really petty, period. Because when you got a company, you can write those things off as promotion. And I'm sure he probably did. But the thing is, y'all, why didn't Pooh Shiesty or his father or their mom pay for Scar's funeral? Why did they put that up on Gucci? Gucci didn't make that boy sign to him or nothing. That was his choice, and he chose to sign to him. When you sign to these people, it's not in the paperwork that they got to pay for your funeral. Make it make sense.
First day out off, first day out off, fuck for this. Oh, well, first day back in. Okay, so Pooh Shiesty and his dad, Mob 30, are back in jail. And this time, it might be from robbing Gucci Mane. And at this point, don't be saying Gucci Mane told Gucci Mane. Well, Gucci Mane is now a civilian. He been told y'all that. He was once removed from the streets and he ain't going back. With that being said, Pooh Shiesty went to rob Gucci Mane so he can get out of his contract. And I guess to intimidate Gucci Mane, and that brought him right back in jail. So it ain't no more first day out, they back in and they ain't getting out. Now, one thing about it, Gucci Mane could have just allowed him to get out of the contract, but regardless of whatever, I think Pooh Shiesty is the only living and free dang on person on his label. So at this point, Gucci Mane said, I gotta keep you. You ain't going nowhere. And Pooh Shiesty said, well, watch this. And Gucci Mane is now winning because Gucci Mane said, well, now watch this. You're going to jail. Now he's still not out of the contract. Now he back in jail. Now your daddy with you in jail, and now you ain't getting no money. So regardless of whatever, Pooh Shiesty, put that Shiesty down. Y'all let me know in the comments down below what y'all think about this. Pooh Shiesty back in jail for robbing Gucci Mane?
We're going to end it right there. His first day out turned into a first day in. Crazy work. But more so than anything, y'all, this dude woke up in jail, still signed to Gucci Mane. And like she said, him and Fujiano are the only living artists Gucci got. And he's making a killing off of them. Why do you think this man's going to let you out of your contract? Why do you think a hostile takeover is legal? Just period. It's not the move. It's amazing that the dad's been in this business so long and never even heard of Under Duress. And they had the nerves to have Big 30 film it like that was some proof that he signed the contract. Let me know your thoughts, y'all. I'm out. Peace.